Matthew in New Bern, North Carolina. See more better with freeprescriptionlenses.com. That's right, I'm See More Better, but call me Mo. Mo Better. Because I'm going to have you seeing Mo Better, feeling Mo Better, living Mo Better, everything when I'm done making the glasses from you, from this wild, exotic land that these come from. And I'm going to return back to that in a moment. But let me begin to work first. Hang on, those my fingerprints? Are those smudges? What's up with these? Anyway, it's a good thing you're getting new lenses, but the first thing I need to do, since this is a semi-rimless frame, meaning there's half a frame. This time the half is on the top of the frame with a monofilament on the bottom. And in case you missed any of that, let me recap. And recap for the Latin word meaning. It gets funnier every time I say it. And let me pop out the original demo lens. Put that on the counter. I'm going to program the shape into the computer. Your secret agent 1423. And I'm going to trace just the right lens. Just the right. And it's going to ask me what the bridge size is. 18. Of course, that's already the preset in the computer. So I'm going to hit check mark. Oh, you know what? You still have to put the lens into the machine. Who knew? Who knew? It's telling me there's a tracing defect. So, the reason why I put those dots on there, excuse me, I did come in on a Sunday, March 10th, 56 degrees in my hometown, just a couple hours away from you. Look, I smeared that. I'm off my game on a Sunday. That's okay. That's okay. Put this back in here. I'm going to touch up the dot a little mo, because I am Mo Better. I'm just not professionally not Mo Better today. I'm still getting my still waking up. I need about 6 more cups of coffee and then I'll be ready to go. Okay, let's see here. Dot 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 dot. If you missed any of that, I'm not telling that joke again. So it's in your mind. Just recap. It's there somewhere. So let me put the reason I put the dots on there. I have a line on the back of this little platform, this jig. And if I were Irish, I would do an Irish jig. Actually, my name is Irish. Mo Better. Y'all didn't know that was Irish, did you? It's actually might be Russian. If you're Russian, quit stalling. I'll stop. Oh, okay, where's that? Oh yeah, right lens. Right lens. You know, the funny thing is my wife's over here in the corner. She's doing paperwork. That's one of the few times. I think that's why I'm off my game, because I know there's someone behind me listening to me, because no one actually listens to my videos. They just put them on silent, which at least the wise people do. They just watch what's going on. They don't actually listen to what I'm saying. My wife doesn't even listen to what I'm saying when I'm sitting across from her, so. But she's over there in the background. Usually I stay late or come in early to do videos. And I'm sure she's just shaking her head. She's doing some year-end taxes for 2018. She may be working on stuff for 2019, but I'm sure she's thinking, how does this guy get people to buy glasses from him? Does he actually listen to what he says in these videos? So, where am I at? Oh, yeah, your pupillary distance. The total is 68 that he sent me. The computer range that these are doing, these are computer glasses, arm's reach. The full near, it would be 3 millimeters off, which would be 65. But the computer sits a little bit farther away, making it 66. Now, optical infinity is 20 feet. That's when your eyes are at a relaxed state. You're looking straight ahead, like you're almost like your headlights. And that would be 68. But we're going to do 66. That's a good number. 66. I like 66. Divided by 2 is 33. So we're there. I'm actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and go 2 above center for computer glasses since you're staring at your monitor. By the way, Matthew does some really nice computer stuff, work himself with film and other things. He's more of the professional. I film from the hip. What comes out, comes out. By the way, I do everything in one take. Anyone out there with me? I'm like, who needs to edit? I mean, edit is so overrated. So, your right eye is +1 minus 50 at 95, +1 minus 50 at 95. I have not put it there yet. That's my new felt pad. So, by the way, I'll re-emphasize. I was having problems with my ink before. That's because I was using waterproof ink. it would harden, turn into asphalt. It wouldn't stay on there. So they said, just go to Staples, my favorite office store. Sorry, Office Max, I'm going to lose business from them, but they're just not near me. They're across town. I have Staples right next door. They told me just get some water-based ink my pad. So let me take the lens out of the protective sleeve, pull the laminate away. I usually stick it there, but my pad's there. I'll move that. And what power am I at? +1. I got to be more professional than this. All right, put the lens in, and turn it on. Man, the things I got to do to film. Who has time to edit? I don't even have time to turn stuff on, do stuff right. Okay, +1. Fingers crossed that I'm going to make his glasses right. So we got at least a couple dots on there. That's all I need. This is the right lens. In fact, +1 -50 at 95. Yes, that is a blurb. Could I get a new card? I would, but I'm not against waste, so I'm against waste. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, I'm nervous with my wife here. I don't know, see what she's doing. She's going through stuff, going through drawers, checking my records. That's the power. Crizal Alize, the airwear. We'll get back to that. This is the, always like to write in red, and I don't know why. I just like to be colorful. Right. And we'll take the right lens, put it up there on the platform. We're going to do the same thing now for your left. +1 1/4. Now here, I had to make an executive decision. His new prescription was a +1. Glasses I made for him in 2014 were a +1 1/4. Matthew, your eye does not get better with age. I hate to be the one to break it to you. We're going to sit down and we're going to have this little talk now about your health. We're going to go over other things about your health later on. But your eyes don't get better with age. That's the short story. I'm just going to cut right to the chase. Before, I was just running around the bases. I was just shooting blanks. I don't know what I was saying. This time, I'm being professional. These are, the nice thing about it is, these lenses at the +1 1/4 are going to last longer if I had done a 1. In fact, you're probably going to need a 150 before long, and I'll send you just the left lens. But let me pull everything out of the lenses made in Thailand, where I just got back from and came back healthy, wealthy, and wise. Pull that away. And let's put the power. There we go. Now it's clear. +1 1/4. I'm going to find the center of the lens, and if I can, I'm only going to put one dot on the lens in the center. Oh, well, there's still a little bit there. This is the left lens. I started doing that on the sides to let me know where it's at instead of the top, because sometimes it gets near the frame. Of course, this is a metal frame. I just don't like using cleaning solvents near a frame, so I put it over there because I know that's going to get cut off. Oh yeah, left lens, +1 1/4 sphere, airwear aspheric Crizal Alize UV. Say it with me, because I'm not going to say it. Say it with me. I'm so tempted. I want to say it. I really, really do. Okay, where am I at? I don't even know. All right, so my wife's over there just shaking her head. I always point to my ring during the videos and move it back and forth. And when I talk about my wife, make reference to her. But she is in the building. Okay, so the reason I put those dots on the lens, it tells me that it's in there, that it's oriented there just right. I just want to make sure the lens is large enough, just by a hair, by that much. Magnify everything again and hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place a dot, place the block on the right lens. Let's do the same thing now for the lens that ain't right. It will be the part of the ain't right lens will be played by the left today. So this thing is so clear I couldn't see it. There's the left lens. Same pupillary distance, same optical center height. Now the cool thing about a spherical lens, remember how I said I didn't want it on top? I can actually rotate this lens. Can you see the little L on there going around? That's my thumb. That's my index finger. That's my wedding band. Hang on, can you see that? I'm going to put the... No, you can't see that if I take it off. That's right, I'm taking my wedding ring off. Oh, she's really shaking her head. I'll put it on eventually. But let me go ahead and put it back where I normally had it. But because there's no astigmatism, I can rotate the lens. If you guys start chanting, I'll put my wife on video. I'll ask her to come over here and be seen today. I'll start chanting. Start chanting. So, Okay, where we're at. Oh yeah, the edger. This is the edger. It costs $40,000. It makes this sound when you thump it. It weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go out, buy their own, put it on your kitchen counter. Then you can cut your own lenses at home. And let me take this off. This is the chuck. This is the Charles. This is what I place the lens into, and it holds it in place while it is cutting. There's two types. There's the small one and the large one. Depends on the size. If it's a really small frame, I have to use the small chuck. But we're going to put that back on there, that little magnet, that post where it slides on. Come on, get on there, get on there. And we're going to put the lens in. That's what that magnet attaches to, is that chuck. Of course, by now, you know I like to call it the Charles because I don't know this machine well enough to chuck. The reason why I'm saying that is my wife doesn't get to, I'm sure she doesn't watch my videos. So I'm going to force her to listen to all my bad puns. So let's wake this up. You are Secret Agent 1423. 1423. And by the way, the end of that number 23, there used to be a 23 here in North Carolina that played for a certain team out of Chapel Hill. There was some religious significance, a religious holiday yesterday where a team, I believe it's pronounced Duke University, traveled 11 miles to Chapel Hill to play the alma mater of number 23. I wonder how that turned out. I'm a Carolina fan. My wife is a Dookie. We get along all but 2 days out of the year. And last night she was not a happy camper. So I'm not going to polish the lens. I am going to put a safety bevel. Got to be safe. We're going to put a safety bevel on the front of the lens. Hit the start button. The door, I'm procrastinating because my wife has a honey-do list for me today when we're done. And so that's why I'm going to drag this video out as long as I can. But it's going to go around tracing the lens, making sure it's large enough to fit into the frame. It's going to measure the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly where to cut the bevel into the lens. It's going to cut a groove. It's telling me it's too thin for the safety bevel on the front and the back. That's what happens when I use the... I'm just going to override it. It's going to give me professional advice. I paid $40,000 for this hunk of metal and software, and it's going to tell me the lens is too thin to have the safety bevel on there, so I'm going to have to do it manually. That's why I'm going to override it and just say start. So in just a moment, the lens will touch down onto the cutting wheel. The light you see flickering in the background is water there to catch the optical sawdust as it comes off the cutting wheel. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, where plastic, high-index plastic, and Trivex lenses cut wet. Now water will spray onto the lens for the last 20 seconds just to wash away any optical debris that you may see beginning to form on the edge of the lenses. But your lenses are made out of, as I mentioned, polycarbonate. These are the Essilor brand of lenses. Essilor feels that polycarbonate is so light that it calls it airwear. AS stands for aspheric. Aspherically simply means not spherical. A plus lens, a magnifying lens, which these are. I do it on the minus lenses for myopes too, for people who are nearsighted, but Matthew is farsighted. So a plus lens, a magnifying lens, is round in every direction. Can you see that? That's a magnifying lens. His does not do as much as that. But it gives you an ugly cosmetic fishbowl appearance, so that's why an aspheric has a flatter curvature to fit into today's flatter curvature frames, and it gives you a much better cosmetic look as well as a wider field of view. So with him sitting in front of monitors all day long doing video work, real video work, not what I do, that comes more critical. Now he also got the Crizal Alize, and the reason why I write on these packets is so you know you're getting the Essilor brand of lenses, and exactly that. When you buy online, you don't know what you're going to get. When you go to China, you don't know what you're going to get. I say that because the last pair I made for him was 2014. As soon as he got him, he hopped on a plane to go work in China doing some filming and some editing work. And everything went well until it didn't go well. He got sick, very, very sick. Against his family's advice, against his own better judgment. He knew it was going to happen, and what does he do? He goes over there and gets sick. That's what us guys do. We know better, we still do it anyway. It jeopardized his health. He has come back to this country alive, recouping strength, which is a good thing, and onward to new projects. Now hopefully he'll be nice to me in the videos. Now he also mentioned that he met He thought he was going to fall in love with a nice, wonderful Chinese woman there. She ended up being Dr. Evil, I think he said, or just a control person. But I can't fault him for that. Never be afraid to find the perfect person in your life. You're going to have to, Matthew, seriously, this is from the heart. You have to go through several of them. You have to find that person who is perfect for you. I can say that not only because she's in the building today, but because it's true. The events we bring upon ourselves, let me back up and rephrase that. There's no such thing as mistakes. The events we bring upon ourselves are necessary in order to learn what we need to learn. If you thought there was a connection there initially, that's great. Sometimes it takes time. Hopefully it doesn't take a long time to find out the person's not the perfect fit for you, or you're not the perfect fit for them. The sooner you find that out, the better. It's like avoiding a traffic accident. Eventually, at some point, you're going to have to either go around it, detour, or swerve at the last moment. But that's okay. The health thing, that's a scare. That, you know, that happens too. But don't be afraid to love, and don't be afraid to love again. I'm going to flip that over to L for love. Put that in there, hit start. And while that is going to cut, I'm going to continue to work on the right lens, just like before, except through a blurry, wet window. You're going to see the lens is going to be traced to see the shape of the left side of the frame. Follow my finger, ding, turn the page. So, let's go ahead and take this block off. But I had to go through some crazy ones myself before I found the right one. It happens to all of us. God bless the people who find them. Look, again, it's giving me X's on the bevels. Go ahead and hit start. It did not do a safety bevel. It has some sharp edges, so I'm going to come over here. Let me move paperwork and create some dust here. Turn this on. This is just like the grinding wheel inside. I'm going to place this, and I'm literally going to use friction to apply the safety bevel both to the front. Actually, now the front. I just did the rear of the lens. And this is kicking up a smell because I had to do this a little bit on some high index lenses, which have sulfur in them. They smell like rotten eggs. Judith, the cleaning lady, when she came in the other night when I was cutting a Kills, or right before a Kills, I cut his Oakley. She said it smelled like onions in here. So I'm going to run my thumbnail around, get all the schwarf off. And look, I'm doing it over the trash can. I am not dropping this on the floor. And not just because she's in the building and she's asked me not to do that anymore, but because it's the right thing to do. And it's because she's in the building. Of course, she can't see what I'm doing. Even if I was dropping this on the floor, I could say I'm doing it in the trash can. So let me go around. Got some dry stuff. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my cleaner on here. Get some on the toothbrush. One of my favorite optical tools. This is my second favorite optical tool. My favorite optical tool is this one. If you guys knew how often in my life I used a thumbtack. There's an old timer who trained me on doing repairs who hated that, cringed. He says, you're supposed to look professional. You're supposed to have tools. And I said, that is a tool. And I also like to remind everyone that if you know what you're doing and you are good, you can act a fool. You don't have to act professional. It's the people who are not professional, who have no clue what they are doing, that need to look professional. That's how you're going to fool people and get them to come back. When you know what you're doing, they know it and they come back. Hey, speaking of that tool, look at this. Get it all out. That tartar buildup. Remember to floss. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice. That's Mo Better. Wait, I'm Mo Better. So, Matthew, in the future, should you ever need new lenses, I'm going to send out the tool that you need, a little piece of ribbon for wrapping presents. But you line the groove up, the groove that's on the lens in the top of the frame. The ribbon is folded in half so you can grip both sides. When you grip that, tuck it into the outside corner, slide that around into the groove. And now I have to place a finger on here so I can slide this out. Not this finger, not that finger, not that finger, not the thumb. This finger I happen to use, and then slide that out. I could come down here and read the lens, but I'm going to do that once I do it on the, let me push that in there, do a quick inspection, make that's in there good. Let's go ahead and take the left lens out, be ready for that. Okay, so here's a teaching moment. Ooh, look at that. But in order to get the lens out, let me tuck it back in. Slide that back in. Now, anyone out there who's going to change out their lenses in the future, in order to take the lens out, you place your thumb at the nose with the other thumb on top. This finger is going to push that way with the frame, that way. Can I do that? And then push down with your thumb, out it comes. Let's get ready for the left lens. Get that, dry that off, take the block off. But hopefully Matthew's recovering from whatever health scare he had, intestinal or whatever it was. I have a friend of mine who, named Bob, I've made glasses for him, made some videos. He gets some old vintage frames, but he's in Thailand right now dealing with something called H. pylori, or I can't pronounce it. But he got that from his overseas trip. He says it's one of the most common food-borne intestinal issues you can have, but he's delayed his trip to try and accomplish everything he wants to do. But guys, I can't emphasize this as I age. Of course, I've been aging since the day I was born, and cheating death since the day I was born. But, and I'm saying as much for me as I am for y'all, but we gotta take care of yourself. You only get one chance in life, one chance to find true love, one chance to find the woman. And I will say this loud enough she will hear me, because I told her this on Valentine's Day about 3 weeks ago. But anyone out there, behind every successful man is a woman, and that's true in my case. Anyone who's ever gotten glasses from me, including you, Matthew, she kept me focused. She helped me through school. She helped me with everything. I'm a bit of a scatterbrain. Yeah, I know. I know it's going to be hard for you guys to convince you all of that, but I'm just not the most organized person out there. But she keeps me on task. She makes me finish one task and start another one. And I never could have accomplished getting the website done. And not just that, she's the one who helped me find the person who could do that through her job. She worked in IT. But she makes sure that I never gave up when things got tough. She was behind me, supporting me, helping me follow my dreams. I wish I could say the same thing about her. She loves photography. I try and get her to, well, she takes a lot of the pictures that you guys see on the website. She uploads them, but just her own pictures. You know what? I am going to start a thing on the website. As of now, my scatterbrain who goes off in a million directions, I'm going to see if we can't post her photography on my website. And if anyone likes her pictures, you can buy them. We don't know if it's she'll mail you the print or the digital download. Whatever it is, we'll see what's involved with doing that. What do you think, honey? You like that idea? Nope. She said maybe. So she helped me follow my dream. I'm going to help her follow hers. All right, so that's in there. Make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. We're good to go. Use that finger, slide that out, come back down here to the lensometer. I'm still on the axis wheel of, what is it? 95. 95. Oops, let's put that back. Yeah, we're on 95. Put it in over the right lens. Got to raise it up now since some of the lens is gone, and I'm getting, where's my flashlight? I've got a smaller one, I just can't find it. I'm getting +1. One tick right there at the one thing. You have 2 steps of you need 4 steps of magnification to see the computer properly. But you have 2 steps of astigmatism correction. So we subtract -50 from +1, we end up at +50. If you had $1 and someone borrowed 50 cents, you would have 50 cents left at the 95th meridian. The left eye, oh, you know what, I need to check that. The PD came off, so let me put a dot on the left lens. We'll see if I need to ink that. No, that's there. And then we're going to check the power of the left lens, which is +1 1/4, because Matthew is not getting any younger. He's not getting any older either. That's the good thing. He is what he is. He just is. And we're getting +1 1/4, 1 tick mark away from 1 going towards 2. So that is cut perfectly. Let me make sure that's in the center. Put a dot on the lens. Turn the card around. I'm going to place the PD stick against my thumb on the right lens. When we hold it up to the left lens, we're getting 66. Look at that. Man, the kit is good. I couldn't have done a better job if I had cut these lenses myself. Now, this is the portion of the video that I normally adjust every pair of glasses, but normally, since he mailed me his, I don't like to adjust them because they should fit okay now. But they actually are in standard alignment. But normally I would adjust every pair of glasses and say that when you get these in the mail, and of course free shipping, this purchase is tax-free and includes free shipping anywhere in the U.S. and it's territoriais. But when you get these in the mail, if anyone's glasses are too loose or too tight or are high on one side or the other, that's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other. And I am no different. I'm part of that 80%. When I say I have to adjust mine, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me because I have one ear lower than the other. Or do I have one ear higher than the other? I can never remember. I'm bad at math. Flip these over, press down, make sure there's no wobble, close each temple to make sure well, see, now that temple should be up here. So let me at least do that for him. I'm going to adjust for that. Let me grab my tool. Toot, 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 toot. Shark, doot, 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 doot. Play that earworm in there. All right, that's looking better. And I send out a selfie request to have your picture on the website. I also send out cleaning instructions, not only on your frame and lenses so they'll last you for years, but for, oh, by the way, you got to get you a Crizal cloth and my premium microfiber cloth, so those two will last you for years, and your case. By the way, your carrying bag doubles as a cleaning cloth, and that is your case from a strange exotic land. So now I had to do a paper on this company when I was in college, and big surprise, they used child labor to make glasses. People say, well, at least they're not making soccer balls. That's true, but I may act childish, but I am a grown-up. I went to school to learn how to do this. I went to school to learn how to be childish. That doesn't come easy for me. I had to work very hard to become childish because I'm so serious. I'm also, my wife tells me I'm so sensitive. So Matthew in New Bern, North Carolina, thank you again. You got glasses for me 4 years ago. You came back alive, just barely. And the last thing you want to do when you're on your deathbed is get another pair of glasses for me, because you have to eliminate regrets. He always regretted. That's why he came back to America, because he wanted to buy another pair of lenses for me. Oh, by the way, these are his RayBan Light Force. This is the RayBan 8714 color 1128, which I usually know as Thanksgiving, November 28th, and 55 eye size. So if you've liked what you've seen, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as freeprescriptionlenses.com. On Twitter as freerxlenses. If you have any questions about what I can or can't do, or why am I so silly, well, I'll tell you why I'm so silly. Before I leave the house every day, I put a slice of bologna in every shoe. That way I just feel silly. But you can hit the contact me button on the website in case you have any other questions, or you can email me directly at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com, or better yet, you can leave a question or comment in the comment section below. I know these need to be cleaned more. I'll do that, but I'll get these out to you. Well, today is Sunday. I came in on Sunday to get these done for you so I can return them as quick as possible. By the way, thank you for your patience. I had a busy week. I was trying to get everything done before I could get these shipped. He was patient with me. Thanks you for the repeat business. Thank you for supporting a small independent businessman from your home state. By the way, everyone else out there who wants to support a small independent businessman from your home country, I encourage you to do so that fewer and fewer jobs are sent overseas. I know I'm fighting an inevitable battle, but I'm going to put up the good fight. The only cause worth fighting for is a lost cause. If you only love those who love you, then what have you really accomplished? So never be afraid to do something challenging. Go overseas for work, for love. It doesn't matter. Learn while you're here. Don't be afraid to fail. Fail forwards. Fail often, but fail forwards. Even if you fall flat on your face, you're still moving forwards. Don't be afraid to learn. It hurts. We take everything personally. I'm speaking from experience. But just keep moving. Don't trip over something that's behind you. Keep moving forward. Again, I'm saying this for me. If anyone out there is listening and you benefit from it, great. But this wonderful thing, this miracle that we call life, is just that. It is a learning experience. It hurts to learn, but we're better from it. I had to go through some heartbreaks before I found the perfect person for me. I had to go through some professional heartbreaks until I found what works for me and is perfect for me and helps me grow as a person. Matthew, I would love to see some of your video and work. He says he's, in fact, I go to Maine every year, and I was sitting in the airport when he posted a review 4 years ago, and I watched it on my phone from the terminal. He says he'll give me another review going over my product. He's more professional than me, so I say that. I encourage you to be silly, put some baloney in your shoe, and then talk about these glasses. But other than that, hopefully everyone else has seen how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.